It was late September 1985. Two British couples, Tom and Ellie Harper, and their friends Jack and Sarah Bennett, were driving through the heart of France, their Rover rattling along the back roads of the Loire Valley. They'd spent a week in Paris, laughing over wine and crepes, but now they were bound for Calais, chasing the ferry home. The map was outdated, the road signs scarce, and as the sun dipped below the hills, exhaustion set in. Tom, ever the practical one, wanted to push on, but Ellie's yawns and Jack's grumbling won out. Then, like a mirage, they spotted it. A chateau tucked in a hollow, its silhouette grand yet crumbling. A sign read Chateau de la Lune, the moon chateau. "Looks like a hotel," Sarah said, pointing to the warm light spilling from the windows. They parked, stretched their legs, and approached the heavy oak door. A bell chimed as they entered, and the air smelled of wax and old roses. The proprietress, Madame Dubois, welcomed them with a curtsy, odd but charming. Her dress looked like something from a costume drama, all lace and faded silk. The other guests, too, seemed out of place. Men in frock coats, women in bonnets, their French laced with an old-fashioned cadence. "Tourists must love the theme," Jack whispered, though Ellie frowned at the lack of a phone or even a light switch. Still, the rooms were a steal, 10 francs for 2 grand suites with 4-poster beds. They dined on hearty stew and cider, served on pewter plates, the fire crackling as Madame Dubois hummed a tune that sounded centuries old. Tom raised a glass, joking, to time travel. The others laughed, but Sarah shivered, feeling eyes on her from the shadows. Morning came crisp and quiet. The chateau felt dreamlike as they packed their bags, leaving a handful of francs on the counter. Madame Dubois watched from the doorway, her smile faint, almost sad. The couples drove off, the chateau vanishing into the mist. They caught their ferry, spent a week in Calais, and filled their days with laughter and salty air. But as they planned their return to Paris, Ellie suggested, "Why not stay at that chateau again? It was so cheap and strange." Jack agreed, eager for another bargain. So they retraced their route, the map open on Sarah's lap. But the lane felt wrong. The gate was rusted, tangled with brambles, and the chateau, it was a skeleton. Windows gaped like empty eyes, the roof caved in, ivy strangling the stones. "This can't be it," Tom muttered, but the sign, half buried, confirmed it. Chateau de la Lune. A local farmer pedaled by, eyeing their confusion. "That place," he said, "burned in 1789. Empty ever since the Revolution. No one's lived there for 200 years. The couples stood frozen, their memories of candlelight and cider now heavy with dread. Had they dined with ghosts, slept in a past that wasn't theirs? They drove away in silence, the ruin fading in the rearview mirror, a secret they'd never quite explain. Some say the Chateau de la Lune still waits for weary travelers, its doors open to those who stray too far from the present. A place where time frays, where the past lingers like a half-remembered dream. Tom, Ellie, Jack, and Sarah never spoke of it again, but they never took that road again either. And somewhere in the mist of the Loire, the chateau hums its ancient tune, waiting for the next to step inside.